What's up, guys? I'm your boy Old School Israel here, bringing you another video. And here I'm going to talk about my top 5 AR builds, my top 5 assault rifle builds, and I'm just going to show you guys my builds, my top, my favorite builds that I use. And some of these I do use in clan scrimmages or just in pubs. And I just want to, for some of you guys who are probably curious, what are my favorite assault rifle builds? Well, here it is. And and we'll start with the legend itself, the hacked AR. This is one of my favorite assault rifle builds here because it's overall balanced, and it just feels very good to use, and it just comes, and it just, it's what basically it got itself its name, and for that, it's because it's a good gun. And here the attachments that I'm using is the brighter enhanced suppressor, because I like more silent suppressors, depending what type of build I'm using. But for this build, it's the brighter enhanced suppressor. It makes the build feel really good and just deadly in some kind of sense. I'm using the Ogre CQC barrel. Scope, I don't really have a personal choice with this. I just use whatever I want. Usually it's just the light sky. Sometimes I do use the OPRL hollow sight, or the Archon CQC, or the Crane hollow sight. Sometimes I am in the mood to use the Silverwood, but most of the time I don't use that. And for the mag, it's your own personal choice. You can use the extended mag, the quick mag. It really doesn't matter, since this game sometimes does have quite a bit of hit registration. I use the extended mag, and sometimes, since I play competitively, I am in situations where I need the extra ammo. So yeah. And tag, I just use the daylight. And stock, I use the Archon folding stock. But yeah, that's my hacked AR. For some people, you might have seen a Nuclear Sharkhead's video. That's where I got him from, and it's been very well to me. So yeah, it's a pretty good build overall. On to my second AR build. Is just the default, just the default assault rifle. I remember playing a game like way back in the day, playing the assault rifle, and I just got invited to some random lobby, and I was doing a 1v1, or I don't know, 1v2, whatever, and I was using the default assault rifle, and I was killing these people, and they were asking, wow, how did he kill me with just an assault rifle, a default assault rifle? Well, for you people who don't know, but the assault rifle is just as good as the hacked AR. The default assault rifle is really good. Once you're pretty much decent with the default assault rifle, you're pretty much good with almost any gun now, because just how average it is, how decent it is, how overall good it is. It's just an average gun that can be used pretty effectively if it's put into really good hands. And so I just use with the scope, I just put a scope. Again, just put whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is like my favorite. One of my favorite builds also is just the default. Sometimes I do feel like I I want to play. I want to be laid back for the day and just go default and just chill, basically. So on to my third loadout. I use the Archon power muzzle, the Archon assault barrel. Again, sight, use whatever you want. Extend your mag, and the Archon folding stock. So I got basically all the Archons on here. Just for shits and giggles, let me put on the Archon CQC scope. But yeah, This is one of my top 5 favorite builds here. I pretty much use this in clan scrimmages because it just does 53 damage, and it just makes an average default gun into a better gun. And a lot of people use this gun, not particularly the stock. A lot of people like to run with the V2 folding or the Vulcan extended stock. But for me, I like this stock. The Archon folding stock it's my my personal choice. Or sometimes I just run with default most of the time. I mean, but just for the little better stats, I do use the Archon folding stock. So yeah, and for the day, I think all the tags in this are all daylight. So yeah. So yeah, the tag daylight, nothing, no need for a different tag. I think all of these guns have different camos also. Yeah, I like to keep my loadouts with different camos. For right now, I have them like somewhat the same because I don't know, whatever. On to the fourth one. I used the Silverwood Flashbreaker, the Archon Assault Barrel, scope, whatever you want, same for the mag, and stock, I do use the V2 folding stock. Now, I got this build off from Zero Mata way back in the day, back in like 2013. Edson, again, this is an average build, does 54 damage, better than the previous build I used, but overall, it's a really good gun because of its damage, and then again, it's the assault rifle. It does well either way. In some cases, I don't use this type of muzzle. I do use the default muzzle because I don't know. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for the flash, and sometimes I can deal with the flash, but most of the time I'll use the Silverwood Flashbreaker because for the extra damage. And yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, anti default again. And also, I think you notice on all my secondaries, I am using the burst-fire pistol. I am going to be making a video about the burst-fire pistol and my opinion, review, and a bit of gameplay because I really like that pistol for some reason. So yeah, that's for the next video though. Get ready for that. And on to my final build. I use the Archon power muzzle, the red sand CQC barrel, scope, again, whatever you want to use, mag, whatever you want to use, stock, the Vulcan extender stock, and the daylight tag. Now this is, I guess, not very common. When it comes to me, I don't really use this build a lot. I know I used to use it a lot a couple months ago, but this is still one of my favorites because it gives me that good aim. It does that decent damage also. Makes the gun a lot better than it is, and just overall good. So it's like my loadout 3 and 4 it feels like those loadouts, and I just like it. I really do. I just all these guns I like because of its aim. I have very good aim with these guns, and just I like the feel of the gun. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the builds. I will be doing my favorite bullpup loadouts. But yeah, for right now, this is my top 5 assault rifle builds. In no particular order, I just have them, as my favorites. I guess the one I really commonly use is this one, my loadout number 3. I commonly use this one. Just sometimes I try to stay up equal against other players because I know they're going to be using the exact same gun or an SMG or another gun that is max damage. So I do gotta give myself some equal skill to some of the players. And even though it is pretty good to use a weapon like the hack they are, to test your skill, if you're going against someone who's already good and has my loadout like this one, and I'm the one who has some skill using the hack they are, most of the time the enemy is gonna win just because of the stats and maybe depending on their armor. But honestly, since I already gotten good over the time, you know, I can use assault rifle and this build if I wanted to in a clan scrimmage and just do perfectly fine, you know. But yeah, that's are my top 5 assault rifle builds, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down below in the comment section what you use for your assault rifle builds. What are your top 5 or your favorite assault rifle build, and I will test it out for myself. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always guys, take care.